I was born and raised in San Diego, California. I have 7 siblings. Both of my parents were drug addicts. That addiction led to domestic violence and neglect. And so at the age of 3, I entered foster care for the first time with my siblings. And my parents got clean, we went back home, and then shortly thereafter, at the age of 8, I re-entered foster care. And that kind of became a cycle in my life. My earliest memories are of me being sad. At the age of 8, I was contemplating suicide.
They weren't being fed, they weren't going to school. They would hide their parents' welfare check when it came so that they could buy food instead of the parents spending all the money on drugs.
The second time I entered foster care, they tore me and my siblings apart. We're put in separate cop cars. I was scared. I didn't know if I was gonna see my dad again, my mom again, my siblings again. I had no idea what was gonna happen. I still, to this day, I remember I had a porcelain doll that I was given for Christmas, and that got left along with everything else that I owned. So the first placement turned into a second, and by the time I aged out, I had been in 23 different placements and numerous school changes. I had a lot of feelings about what was happening to me. So I expressed myself through, throwing tantrums. I acted out.
I was reading The Penny Saver, and there was an ad about foster youth. It was a CASA program, and I had no idea there was such a need. I had to do it. A CASA stands for Court-Appointed Special Advocate. Rosie had quite a file. There were actually 4 of them. But to pave the way, I sent flowers to the house.
I thought they were from a boy, and I was really excited because I'd never received flowers from anyone. But nonetheless, I'd asked for a CASA for a long time, and I was excited to meet her. I was 13 when I met my CASA, Donna. She had this nice, shiny new car, and she was this white, older woman, and at that time I didn't have that much interaction with people like her, and I thought, she's gonna do all these cool things with me. And although Donna is an awesome person, she didn't take me on shopping sprees. She did something better. She spent time with me, quality time. She listened to me.
CASAs are volunteers from our community that make a pledge to serve a child. CASAs are extremely helpful to the court in our role as decision makers. They will read the child's file, get to know the case history, meet with the child, interview and interact with all of the people in that child's life. So their social worker, perhaps doctors, psychologists, psychiatrists, providing the court with very valuable background, and also making recommendations to the court about what they think this child needs. Thank you all for coming today.
My mom has some mental health issues. It created a lot of drama in our relationship, and we would get in these huge fights. So my mom kicked me out, and I was outside on the streets, and Donna was the only person I knew to call.
She had nowhere to go, and I picked her up, and she had a trash bag. It's all she had.
That time, it would have been the 5th time trying to reunify, and I was just done trying. One of the most memorable moments that I have with my CASA is when we went to court to advocate for my parents' reunification services to be terminated. I don't think without my CASA, I would have felt like my voice mattered enough to say what I really needed and wanted. With Donna by my side, I was able to do that. That was so important to have that support. Before Donna came into my life, I always wanted to be involved in sports. I wanted to do ballet when I was younger. Then I wanted to play softball. Then I wanted to cheer. But it never seemed like a reality for me because I moved too much. When Donna came into my life and I told her I wanted to do those things, she said, "Why not? Why can't you? Let's make it happen." She fought for my right to stay in the same school so that I could finish a season.
She'd never been a part of anything before. It was the first time that she'd ever joined anything. I went to her games and watched her cheer.
It meant the world.
I wanted to make a special quilt for Rosie because I thought that she may recognize that she meant a lot to me because I put a lot of time in. It took almost a year to make the quilt. So of course, she didn't know I was making it.
I cried because she loved me enough to spend the time that it took to build this huge quilt for me. I just felt so loved by her.
One of the sad facts of children being in the foster care system is that often there is not a lot of acknowledgement of their history. I can't tell you how many children come before the court that nobody's ever taken a picture of them. I've seen many instances where CASAs make great effort to record the child's life, often in a tangible way, like a photo book, just a scrapbook, something that lets them know that we're watching them grow.
I work at San Francisco Academy, where I am a mental health worker. San Francisco Academy is a residential educational campus where foster youth live and go to school. I love my job because I'm able to relate to the students and what they're going through, and I'm able to see things from both perspectives as a student and as a worker. I currently attend Palomar College. I'll graduate in the spring of 2018, and then I'll transfer to a 4-year where I'll pursue a degree in communications. I really have Voice for Children and my CASA Donna to thank for that.
We went to college campuses and just walked, trying to promote her interest in furthering her education and going to college, to give her opportunities in life that she's never seen before and that never had even hoped for before.
People don't understand the hardest part about pursuing college for foster youth isn't the work. It's the emotional barrier. It's the belief that you can do it. It's the belief that you deserve it. Having that degree, I just think that that's gonna be a new page in my life. It's gonna be so nice to finally reap the benefits of all that hard work. My happiest moment will be when I have all my amazing CASA and Voice for Children family around me when I graduate from college. That will be a beautiful moment.
Contributing to Voices for Children is an investment in lives, real people, real kids, real futures.
Donna was someone that when she said something, she did it. If she said that she would be there, she was going to be there. And that became huge for me because no one had been that in my life. That was, I think, the best gift.
Looking back, she has come so far. You would not have recognized that 13-year-old girl. I think she blossomed. Yeah, I couldn't be prouder.